Previously on Old Iron Adventures, Aumann Auctions returned, and it started off hot with renovations to the new facility. And with Alex back on the road, Alex and the crew hurried quickly to get things cataloged as a storm rolled in. But while Alex kept busy in Kentucky, Kurt, Tyson, and Elijah met with Chip Pierce to see one hell of a collection that you won't want to miss. Aumann Auctions has been in business for over 60 years and has been the leading force around the world in vintage power. And we're going to show you why. Through adventures around the world, you'll see vintage tractors, trucks, cars, memorabilia, and so much more. Aumann Auctions isn't just an auction company, but a group of men and women with a passion for the stories behind these items. Welcome to Old Iron Adventures.
So while this auction may not be the biggest as far as quantity, it's probably one of the largest as far as quality. It is just absolutely astounding, and it will always rank as a career highlight, I know, for both Chip and I.
We've got a spectacular property in downtown Auburn, Alabama. The buildings are ideal, for the type of assets that we're selling. But the logistics side, it's difficult. We don't have a lot of room to display the assets. We don't have a lot of room for parking. And even post-auction, when it comes time for people to pay for the assets and load it up and get it out of here, it's not going to be easy.
After meeting with the family and talking to them how important this was to them with their father's legacy here, we kind of took a moment, looked at everything, and this is a true case of sometimes you've just got to see stuff in person because pictures can only do so much, and this is a true case of that. Really the biggest part was there's already a timeline kind of set in place, but after visiting the collection, we took a minute to sit back and strategize what we were going to do to make this the best auction it could be. And so therefore we threw around a few different ideas about pushing the sale back and doing a little more marketing and promotional efforts to it, and really that's what this collection deserves.
I fully expected to come down and start rocking and rolling, tagging, hanging tags, photographing contents, and moving along with the cataloging process. But going back and forth, with Dad over days and then talking to Kurt and the Aumann crew, I think the plan is a good plan to move forward and have the sale here and be able to shift some stuff around, line it up like it needs to be displayed, and figure out some of the logistics of load out from that point. So I definitely think it's a good decision to do it from here and not try and move everything to the other facility 2 hours away, and it all worked out. The sellers are on board, and I think we got a good plan together.
So we took a step back and thought, we need to spend a little more time with this auction and massage it a little more and really get across the story. So the Young's Copo Camaro and the 70 Chevelle and even right down to the Farmall Cubs just absolutely blew you away. Especially the cars with their rarity, the tractors with the level of restoration that's been done on them. It was hard to find something in the entire collection that you just didn't think was the greatest thing. We hope we can find homes for all of these pieces, and they're cherished in their new home just like they were with Mr. Young, because our next step is to go down and take everything out and do some really top-notch photography on it so we can convey the quality through photographs and descriptions.
I think I definitely got a good feeling about us dealing with the right people. We just recently in the last few minutes have talked about maybe doing the display here versus moving all the vehicles to Birmingham, and it'll be a good show place because I got some other vehicles in the building that will not be for sale that are in my collection, but we'll work around that, and just looking forward to that day, and been a very good working relationship thus far.
Rob and Bert Young expressed to us that, hey, the most important thing with this auction, you know, was honoring their dad, and we totally get that. We totally buy into that, and that's a big part of our job as well. I mean, a person spends a lifetime putting a collection together, and so it's our duty to honor their life's work.
Alex and the crew finish up the sale in Maysville, Kentucky, but the work is far from over. They immediately head to Ohio for a pickup filled with vintage power.
So up at the Bogart sale, you know, this was our loadout weekend. We've already had the sale, successful sale. Everybody's happy. You know, Chuck was super happy with the way things turned out. That we had buyers that were ecstatic to get what they got, and so we headed up there and kind of got things prepared and ready to go. You know, we've got I think probably somewhere around 60 people that have to come in and out and get loaded up and things on their trailer, and you know, make sure everybody's getting the right things, pay, you name it. You know, we've got to get, the one kind of special thing about this is you know, Chuck is actually leaving the property now, so we've got to get everything off the property. Nothing can stay around. You know, sometimes, you know, we let things stay for, you know, a couple weeks. Sometimes it stays longer. Just depends on the situation. But for the most part, we've got to get everything out this weekend and get it gone.
I've lived on this farm since 1981. I've operated the farm for the owner since 1975, and I started collecting tracks probably 25 years ago, and this is the first one. It was advertised just north of here in one of the Tell It and Sell It papers, and I said, well, that looks interesting. I have to have it. Later on, this one led to about 50 more different pieces. It just kind of beyond my wildest dreams. A lot of tractors came from California, and they're going back to California now, and New Hampshire and Minnesota. It just turns out that a lot of people that I know are buying tractors, and just happy to see them go to good homes. Today we're picking up a Allison that my dad bought to add to his collection. He's got quite a few things. We live in Liberty Township, and it's just going to be another thing that hopefully we'll be able to work on and get running it one day or another.
Yep, he's always collected machinery like this, and we're happy to add it to the collection. We literally just had to hook up the old dump truck and come and get it, just like every other time we get new machinery.
Nice that they loaded everything and it was put right on the trailer. All we had to do is just strap it down and go.
Yeah, it worked out amazing. It was super quick. We're super happy with it.
Well organized.
Yeah.
Well, I picked up some parts from an old Cat 30, including the radiator and grill, seat assembly, old toolbox. Got a couple old gas tanks in here. I'll repurpose most of these. That old radiator probably will never go back into a machine, so plan on making a bar out of that. Bar stools out of the old 30 seats, and it'll be a proud addition to my industrial rooms.
While Alex and the team help buyers pick up their new treasures and get them on the road, one of the newest members of the crew, Jeremy, works hard to help out the team, while also bringing an optimistic energy to the sale.
Today we're out here over at the Bogart sale. It's a little bit cold, but you know, we're here, we're getting it done, loading stuff up. Over there we got an old antique, it's actually a dozer from the war, but hell, we're getting it on there, getting everything loaded, got people coming in and out. Just another work day. It's nice to get out of the house. I don't mind getting out, man. Like, I've been a few different states I haven't been in forever, and it's nice to get to meet some really cool people. I'm real excited to go back down to Alabama. There's some real nice people down there, but man, it's just cool seeing everything. Everyone's different collections and stuff. You never know what everyone's got, and everyone's got everything, so that's about it.
So this was a huge collection of cats. I mean, parts, projects, you name it, something really, for everybody. It was really nice to meet some of the people that were going to go take them home, restore them. So a lot of this stuff is going to get back into running shape and taken to shows again, enjoyed. So that's always nice to hear when you're going through these. But all in all, just a great day, great collection, and another one in the books.
Hey, Pagan.
What?
What are you doing?
Going through invoices?
You want to know what I know about caterpillars?
Well, what do you know about caterpillars?
They eat my tomatoes.
Oh,
and
yeah?
then guess what?
What?
They turn into a beautiful butterfly.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Some of them are going to be a macomb.
Some of them are a macomb?
Yeah. Yep.
It's a long ways from Ohio.
Yep. Yep.
So today we're in Lebanon, Ohio. We're at the Bogart pickup. I have a great crew of Alex on a telehandler. I've got Shannon and Emma running parts. I got Jeremy chaining. You have me cashiering. I'm expecting about 25 to 30 people today. We're gonna try to knock them out and get them in and out as quick as possible and try to have a good day and stay warm.
So sometimes when we do these pickups, we have any kind of challenges. There's always something, whether it's rain or somebody doesn't show up or somebody comes to pick up and they don't know what they're getting, that type of thing. It comes in all shapes and sizes. Kind of one of our challenges at this pickup was the rain. We have all these crawlers that we've got to pick up and move and load onto trailers, and for that we have to have heavy equipment. So we typically will rent a telehandler. For this particular one, we had a 12,000 pound lift, which in itself is heavy. So once the ground gets wet, it's really tough to get these off on the ground because they're so heavy that they just like to go right into the ground. And they are great until they're not. So one of my concerns was doing that. Luckily we had a nice gravel lot, drive that we could kind of pick things off of. But when Chuck lined things up outside, he also lined some stuff back up in the yard. So we kind of got down to some of those items, and unfortunately, after talking with Chuck, he said, "Hey, go ahead and go try it." And I thought, well, okay. So I tried my hardest to kind of get this thing in and get one of the crawlers lifted up, but as soon as I put the weight on it, it just kind of sunk the machine. And luckily, Chuck had a new Steiger tractor that he went ahead and pulled me out with. But it turned into kind of a little bit of a fiasco just because we've got so many people waiting to be loaded and are ready to go. And of course, I want to load them as fast as possible. I hate having a line there. But we got it in and out and just started kind of booming things in and getting close enough to where we could lift it while still on the gravel. So once we got that kind of unstuck and got our routine down, it was much easier, and we were able to get things loaded out and kind of finished up for the day. So after all of the rain, the getting stuck and getting everything loaded, we didn't have any accidents whatsoever. Everything got loaded and everybody got what they wanted, so which is important. And all in all, it was a really successful pickup. Everybody had a good time. It's most of the buyers were pretty excited to get things. Some of the stuff was getting shipped, so hopefully they'll be excited when it gets to their house. So. All in all, we were pretty happy with the way things turned out. yeah, love to do any one of these again, just because it was pretty simple.
I'd always told my wife way back when, I said, if something would happen to me, I says, here's Kurt Aumann's phone number, and give them a call. They'll take care of everything. So when I decided to retire, why, we knew we were going to have to move somewhere, and I really didn't want to move all my toys. So I called them back in August, and they said, okay. And we finally made connections in late December of 2023, and Alex showed up 3 different times, and finally January, the first week of January 2024, why, Alex and Shannon and Jeremy came in, and we started listing equipment. And 3 days later, why, we had parts and tractors with numbers on them and everything. And they advertised all over and did a fantastic job, and I couldn't be more pleased. They were in here yesterday. Some people came in early, and some people are going to come in late. And we're just doing a fantastic job.
So the Hart-Parr Oliver Collectors Convention was a fantastic event. It was like Old Home Week for me, because I've been involved in that organization for probably 30 years. So it's like a family reunion whenever I go to it. But they had excellent tractors on display. There were parts vendors. They had some seminars where we learned a lot, and they had tours, to different people's collections. So it was really, really a great time, and a lot of great camaraderie with other Oliver collectors. It was a really cool experience for me personally this year, because I was able to bring a tractor to the show that is kind of historically significant. It's called an Oliver chilled plow tractor. And it was basically developed before Oliver and Hart-Parr merged to make Oliver farm equipment. A good friend of mine, Doug Strasser, who unfortunately passed away, helped me obtain that tractor, and I went through a really extensive restoration with it. And Doug's family was able to bring his tractor to the show. A friend of mine named Sean Hoffman, who's the new caretaker for it, and we were able to, exhibit those tractors side by side, and they're the only 2 known to exist. So it was really special for me to, be able to have my tractor there with Sean and Doug's tractor, and we even learned new things about the tractors because they were a little different. So we spent the whole weekend discussing them.
So this winter convention is always nice because it's during the winter when there's not much else going on. There's not a lot of shows that you can go to. There's some stuff that's further down south, but as far as up in this area, it's hard for guys to have a show. So luckily they've got an event center at the Heritage Farm Museum in Greenville, where most everything can be inside, and they can have vendors, of course the auction, and people just displaying items. So it's really nice for a little bit of break during winter to be able to kind of go out and see the collectors, and everybody has a good opportunity to kind of meet and show off what they've been working on over the winter, or sell some parts that they've kind of gathered up and gotten cleaned up. You never know what's going to be down there. So, but all in all, it's pretty nice to kind of see everybody and hang out for a little bit and get a chance to see some old friends that you haven't seen in a little while, and see what everybody's going to be bringing to the shows here in the next couple months.
In about 1 hour, we'll get the live auction started.
So we got back in the saddle of the live auction environment at the HPOCA convention, and we held a live auction of Oliver memorabilia and literature, and it was great to be back in the saddle again and up in front with a microphone in my hand. I didn't forget how to do it, but as the auction industry has moved on and so many more things have become online, you know, it's not as often that we get to do a live auction. So it was a lot of fun, and there's always great energy.
Hey, tonight after the auction at 6 o'clock up at our place, y'all are invited. We're having a little open house up there, and I had a little concern. Jim, Dick, and Larry Widner are coming, but we promise that it won't get too carried away and the police will not show up this year, okay? We just got one policeman in Nokomis and there's 2 of them, so they've already figured out that they're beat. So, but anyhow, everybody's invited. We just want to make sure you do that. So 170, down two, $180, $180 now 90, 190,
Yeah, so every brand has a club. You know, there's the John Deere 2-cylinder club, and the IH club, and the Oliver club, and the Alice club, and they're great organizations, and it's really a cure for cabin fever. At the winter conventions, I think they're a little more intimate with people, and they've got more time to talk and more time to visit, and you know, more time to bond.
Next time on Old Iron Adventures. Kurt, Aaron, and Tyson travel to Ohio to meet a seller with a collection filled with stories. But while Kurt and the gang keep busy there, Brian finds new treasures at the Frank Reed collection.